And South Africa has filed an urgent request with the UN's top court over Israel's military operations in Rafah. This comes as CIA Director William Burns is in Cairo for talks aimed at securing the release of the remaining hostages in Gaza. Foreign correspondent Marcus Moore joins me now from Tel Aviv for more on that story. Marcus, this new request from South Africa comes after the International Court ruled on its legal case accusing Israel of genocide last month. Now, the court decided in that case not to grant South Africa's request for a permanent ceasefire, but it did order Israel to do all it can to prevent the deaths of Palestinians. So how significant is this request, and how much of a difference could it make this time around?
Well, Diane, I mean, it is potentially quite significant and also, in a symbolic sense, significant as well. As you know, the court during that hearing last month stopped just short of calling for a ceasefire and calling Israel to stop its operation there in Gaza, but instead to do everything it can to protect the civilian lives, the people caught in the middle. So this latest request, if nothing else, it increases the scrutiny on Israel and the entire situation as a whole as it continues to develop. But Diane, again, with the major point being to protect the innocent lives of those families who have been caught in the middle of all of this.
Marcus, a lot of people in Rafah have packed up their belongings and they're making their way north as Israel prepares for a ground offensive there. Top National Security Council spokesman John Kirby just answered reporter questions about the situation there. Let's take a listen.
We have consistently conveyed our concerns to our Israeli counterparts, including the Prime Minister, about moving forward in Rafah in a major way without due consideration of civilians. And we have consistently conveyed privately and publicly, but privately too, our concerns about the need to continue to look for ways to reduce civilian casualties.
So what's the latest on that, Marcus?
Well, they're continuing to put the pressure on Israel and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to simply not to go through with this military operation there in Rafah, because if you look at the situation, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people. Many of them, as you've already mentioned, have already fled once, some of them twice, to try to find safety. And now here they are once again faced with more violence potentially, and they're also right on the border with Egypt. So that is adding to the complications here, and it's one of the reasons why we've heard from President Biden, and we just heard from the White House spokesperson John Kirby and other world leaders who are urging Israel not to go forward with this, and if they do continue with this planned military operation in Rafah, that there be a certain plan, a strong and set plan to protect the innocent people there who once again are caught in the middle of this.
And Marcus, what's the latest on a deal to try to free these hostages and strike some kind of ceasefire deal?
Well, it would seem right now, Diane, that the talks are continuing. We understand that a number of officials are in Cairo as we speak, and they have been trying to work on a deal. In fact, Israel has sent a delegation there, we understand, to be a part of these talks. In terms of how much progress has been made, we don't have those details yet, but Diane, just the mere fact that all sides right now appear to be talking, that is perhaps a sign of potential progress. But it is worth pointing out and remembering that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that they will not stop their military effort until Hamas has been taken care of. And at the same time, so they're not going to agree to a ceasefire. And at the same time, Hamas has said that they will not agree to anything until the fighting there in Gaza has stopped. Diane.
Foreign correspondent Marcus Moore in Tel Aviv, Israel. Marcus, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.